Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's official prices. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so we got a big release this week, so let's go ahead and rip down through these prices. So just getting started here with the US dollar price for the Tau Codex, right in line with what we'd expect at $60 USD. We also have the Canadian prices, so $70 Canadian. And then we have the Tau limited edition / special edition Codex. That one's going to be $100 USD, and that is Games Workshop web store only. All right, and then we have our Kroot Shapers. So 3 different Kroot Shapers coming out here. We got 1 brand new one and then 2 that were featured in the recent box set. In no particular order, we have the Kroot Trail Shaper. That one is $35 or $41.50 Canadian. We have the Kroot Flesh Shaper, $35 and $41.50 Canadian. And then we have the Kroot War Shaper, $35 USD or $45 Canadian. All right, and then we have the new Kroot Lone-spear. So that is our mounted Kroot character coming in at $55 USD or $65 Canadian. And next is our Krootox Rider featured in the recent box set, $45 for the Krootox Rider or $55 Canadian. And then we have the Krootox Rampagers, $60 USD or $75 Canadian, also in the recent box set. And then we had the Kroot Carnivores, so coming in packs of 10, $55 USD or $65 Canadian. And then we have our Kroot Hounds, 5 of those in a pack for $40 USD or $50 Canadian. And obviously these Kroot aren't particularly cheap or anything, but I definitely think these Kroot Hounds are overpriced. All right, and then we had the new Combat Patrol Tau Empire. So pretty nice box set right here, quite a bit different from the previous box, $160 USD or $190 Canadian. So definitely happy to see that the price has not gone up. And it's not a bad box. Still has a vehicle inside of it, has a commander and 2 squads of Tau, 1 of the breacher / fire warriors, and 1 of the pathfinders, and right in line with the value that we're seeing on the more recent combat patrols. All right, and next we have the Tau Empire dice, $32 for 16 dice or $36 Canadian. We have the Datasheet cards, $35 USD or $40 Canadian. And realistically, now that we've seen the official prices on all the Tau stuff, there is no doubt in my mind just how awesome of a box set that launch box was. Because just the Codex alone with the cards is $95 right there. The whole box was priced at $210. So you're basically paying $115 for all the rest of the new Kroot stuff that came in that box. So really good deal. All right, and then moving over to the Horus Heresy, we have the Solar Auxilia Basilisk / Medusa. And this was definitely a mistake on my part. The way that I read this, it sounded like it was going to be 2 separate kits, but it is in fact 1 kit. And it's $65 USD or $80 Canadian. So nice tank right here. And if you've been after a Basilisk like I have for pretty much ever, they've been sold out in the US for like 9 months at this point in time. This is starting to look pretty juicy because honestly, this is a cool tank. It's a cool kit. And with a couple of bits, it's definitely a viable alternative for a 40k Basilisk. All right, and then we have the Hermes Sentinel Squadron. So you're going to get 2 of these in the box set. It is $65 for 2 or $80 Canadian. And again, I think these are pretty viable for like a potential Scout Sentinel proxy in 40k as well. Pretty neat little kit right here and definitely has some options built in. It's going to be 65 bucks. I'm glad that you get 2 of them. But it's not a particularly amazing deal compared to the new sculpt on the 40k one, but a viable alternative nonetheless. All right, and then we've got our new books, War for the Mortal Realms, paperback, $21 or $25 Canadian. Yndrasta, the Celestial Spear, paperback, $9.99 or $11.99 Canadian. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video. So definitely a big week of releases. Looking forward to like the new Combat Patrol. I haven't really looked through the rules a ton so far, but I'm interested to see what kind of like objectives they have and the overall dynamic of the Tau in the new Codex. I really haven't spent a ton of time looking through the Codex yet. I've been very busy since Adepticon, but I did watch a couple of like the actual like breakdown and reviews from some of the other channels online, and it looks like the Tau are going to be a force to be reckoned with. They have a lot of really strong units. They also have a pretty balanced Codex like internally, so you're not going to see just everybody taking the same stuff like we did in the previous edition where crisis suits were like the staple of every army. I like how they've broken things up, and it seems like they're going to be pointed more efficiently by having like the various builds for the crisis suits rather than just a one size fits all. And I really think Games Workshop has been doing a good job, not only with the actual codexes, but with the combat patrols and overall balance. One of the biggest things that I have noticed that seems really good and a massive upgrade from what they've been doing in the past is it seems like the codex creep has at least slowed down, if not stopped, this edition. In previous editions, it always felt like every codex that came out was a little better than the last one, either to help sell models, sell books, sell armies, or just overall to kind of like keep up and like this rush to the goal line. And it definitely feels like in this edition, some codexes are obviously a little more overpowered. Some seem like they're a little more underpowered. And it's not until you really get in between those covers, spend some time, put some models on the table, you can realize just how good they are. So super exciting. I'm definitely looking forward to people actually fielding like the new Kroot army and taking a look at that. It would be awesome to see a sub-faction like the Kroot actually doing well in competition. I'm not sure if that'll be the case yet, but the models are absolutely amazing. And you guys know I had expressed a little bit of like reluctancy with just how much Games Workshop had leaned in on the Kroot, because I know they have limited resources, and I was kind of worried that it was going to come at the cost of the actual tile codex itself. But the codex looks really good. The army looks really good. The launch box was really good value. The combat patrol is awesome. I think overall Games Workshop has nailed it with the tile release. And I'm definitely looking forward to Chaos, which shouldn't be too far down the line here. Maybe as soon as next week coming up for pre-orders. And at this point in time, I'm super excited for the balanced data slate. And that should include our Tau Empire, our Dark Angels, our Orks, and our Adeptus Custodes, as well as all of the remaining factions. Now, I'm not sure if Chaos is going to make it in there, though. As we get closer to like that thing dropping, it's probably going to end up in a situation like the Dark Angels, where the actual book comes out, but the points might not make it before the deadline. So let me know what you're most excited about, what you're going to be picking up from this week's releases. I also really like that Medusa / Basilisk, and may end up grabbing a couple of those, as that's an awesome new kit and will go along with my Lehman Russ conversions. Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the channel. Link in the description to save 15% on Games Workshop products with free shipping in the United States. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm glad the rest of the Kroot are finally hitting the shelves, and I'm out of here.